like I knew what I was doing.
I'd like to see that again.
No way.
That was unbelievable. I can't believe you won that one.
Yeah, it was like I knew what I was doing.
I'd like to see that again.
I'm not going to let you guys off so easy next time.
We'll see about that.
Are you that person in the beginning of the video that just quite simply was not able to hear their surroundings? Are you that person that when it comes to a conversation, you do this? You smile and you nod and you try and comprehend what is being said, but you just can't. If you are the person that maybe suffers from mild to moderate hearing loss, I want you to pay attention to what we have, because this is a brand that over 50,000 people have picked up on since August of this year. When Audien made its debut on August 13th, 2024, the phone lines went wild, the reviews started pouring in, and lives started changing. Normally, the cost of this package that you see in front of you would be $285. But today, on our final show, on our final opportunity to be able to pick up on our tech sales spotlight, Audien Hearing is no longer $285. In fact, we reduced the price down by $69. That's how much you're going to save today. It's $219.98. To be able to bring home a pair of hearing aids that maybe you thought you may need to go to an audiologist for, give these a try. At $219.98, this very well may make the difference for you being able to hear your granddaughter tell you all about her day at school, to be able to hear your significant other call your name when they're on the other side. But more than anything, it's no longer for you going to be the smile and nod, the pretend to hear, the trying to read somebody's lips, because you'll be able to. You'll be able to understand what people say. This is an extraordinary product that has really taken over QVC by storm, and it's because it works. This price expires at the end of the day. It's the lowest price that we found, and it's also the lowest price we've offered on our Audien hearing aids. These are the Atom Pro 2s. To walk us through everything, Sarah Cottalesi is here with us. Sarah, so good to see you. Thank you for being here with us on this. You know, my grandfather, I'm going to talk about him a lot throughout this show, because I spent years, my family spent years of trying to have a conversation with my grandpa, but he just wasn't able to understand. And we spent a long time trying to convince him that he needed hearing aids.
Right.
And I think for him it was a pride thing. He didn't want to accept the fact that he did. Now, there's a great ending to the story.
Right.
He did pick up on a pair of hearing aids. He now goes around the block and tries to sell them to everybody because he thinks they're the best thing. Here's the downside to it. The hearing aids that he got, he did go to an audiologist for. I asked him last week when I first presented this how much he spent. It was $4,500.
Yep.
That was the price tag that he paid. And the difference was he went to an audiologist. I will also be very transparent in saying he has hearing loss that is a little bit more severe than mild to moderate.
Of course.
And so he does need to go to an audiologist. But you know what? For $219, for $44 on an easy payment, this is where maybe you give it a try and you just get your start. Let's start off with Audien. Who are they? Where did the idea come from?
Of course. Well, if you've seen Audien, you've most likely seen our CEO, our co-inventor, Ishan Patel. And his entire life growing up, he was surrounded, as his family was, with his grandfather. And they all dealt with the grandfather's hearing loss, to the point that when Ishan was a little boy, he thought that his grandfather didn't like being around him, didn't enjoy spending time with him. The reason is he couldn't relate to him. Well, Audien, what I absolutely love is back in August of 2022, the FDA actually opened an entire category of over-the-counter hearing aids to address mild to moderate hearing loss. And the reason is, if you think about it, mild to moderate hearing loss is probably one of the most untreated conditions in the world today. And as many as 80% of those people aren't wearing hearing aids because they've been unattainable, mostly because of cost. Because prior to 2022, you had to go to the doctor, you had to get a prescription, you needed to have that hearing test. And some of the times you only needed a mild to moderate fix, right? So I come to Audien a little differently. So like you said, when they came here in August, it really took everyone by storm, including me. So being a QVC on-air guest, we get to see everything kind of behind the scenes. I actually was mesmerized. I watched Deshaun present with Rick, and they were talking about all the things that Audien is. What I loved about it is that no app, no Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth.
Yeah, not bad.
Something that you usually don't hear when we're talking tech, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and you didn't need a phone, you didn't need anything, and this was going to address mild to moderate hearing loss. This is something that I could send to my mom. I knew I'm 10 hours away from my mom. As a caregiver that lives far away, what could I do? Instantly, I picked up on that, and you know what? We paid $289, and I would pay that price
over and over again,
all
right?
day long. Because my sweet mama now has these. Her $4,000 hearing aids she stopped wearing. They didn't work for her anymore.
Is this your mom?
It is, with that cute little smile right there, and just in that little smile and nod. You knew she wasn't hearing the conversation. I knew that when I was calling her, and I could hear what was being presented on QVC through the phone, through her TV. I'm like, Mom, why aren't you wearing your hearing aids? She's like, oh, they're upstairs. They don't work. They're not charged. Like all those things. I'm like, she needed something different. So we sent these to her. And that smile right there, that is just everything to me because, again, I'm here. And we were able to ship these off, send them to her, and she's now able to kind of interact with the entire family, hearing the grandkids, hearing my sisters, hearing the neighbors, hearing phone calls again. And it's as easy as getting these home. Now we include 6 different ear tips for you, and that's what I absolutely love.
Customizable.
It is customizable, so
Okay,
you can
that's
take a peek right here. We're actually giving you 2 different shapes and small, medium, large in each of those shapes. We're including both the the car charger, the cable, the wall brick as well. We're including your hearing aids. Now, these are not hearing amplifiers. These are FDA cleared hearing aids. And the beauty of this is when you get these home, the first thing you're going to do is charge them. That's it.
Okay.
Then you're going to work on getting that perfect fit. So again, they're going to come defaulted with that medium, one of the medium tips on there, but you're going to get that perfect fit, and you're simply going to place it in your ear. And what I love from there is that, I'll show you on this one right here, the volume button is right on the top. So this comes pre-programmed with 4 different volume levels. And you can simply adjust this by tapping that button right here. I absolutely love it. There's also 4 customized modes or scenarios. The first one being conversation, which is the majority of why you need a hearing aid in the first place. The second is for a noisy or crowded room. You're able to really hone in on the conversation, that spoken word. Then there's another outdoor mode as well, and there's a 4th that actually, it does make a difference riding in a car. So the thing is, you're gonna get this home, again, you know, you're getting this home to try it versus $4,000 in that visit. And if you think this is for mild to moderate hearing loss, that is the majority of the hearing loss sufferers in the world. So anything else, like you were saying, your grandfather, absolutely. If you're not sure where you fall along that way, get these home. If you realize that these are not helping alleviate your hearing loss, then you can go on. But I love the fact that you can get these home, you can customize them with the fit and the charging case too. So I love charging case. I'm gonna pop this back in here because I think it's really important for you to see this too. There, not only is this a charging case, see that blue light in there?
It's sterilizing, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
While your hearing aids are not in your ear and they're in the charging case, that's UVC right there. That is sanitizing and cleaning your hearing aids while they're in the charging case.
The entire time that Sarah was talking, I've been wearing the hearing aids the entire time. And go ahead and let's take a close-up of me right now. You are not going to notice the hearing aid. I would say this, what ear is it in? Is it my right ear or is it my left ear? Now, you may think it's my right ear, but that's actually called an IFB. That's how I can hear everybody upstairs. It's this one right here, and I can take it out, and there's the hearing aid. It's small, it's discreet. It fits in there perfectly, and today, but only today, because the price is expiring at the end of the day, today, in a matter of less than 4 hours, this goes back up to $289. And you heard Sarah say, she would pay $289 over and over again for the difference that it made for her mom. But right now, you're getting this for $219.98. You're saving $69 by picking up the phone, 1-800-500-7590. Everything that you see here, you're getting at home. The hearing aids in the charging case, that's also that self-cleaning case, the 6 different ear tips, the cleaning tools, the recharge cable, and oh, by the way, we have an extended return policy of 45 days.
Yes.
We have a designated phone line as well for
is.
QVC customers.
Yep.
So you're not even calling the regular Audien phone number. You're jumping in front of the line
It is.
and you're getting that designated QVC support.
Yeah, and they're hearing specialists. So what I love is that this comes, we are located in Sedona or Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yeah.
And everyone that's part of our hearing team, it's either they have a direct relationship with someone with a hearing loss or they themselves. So I think it's that connection that you really can't find anywhere else. We are here to help. And another thing that we do, I love this, is that there's a 5-step getting started guide. And I love that they went above and beyond and put pictures in here as well.
That's nice.
So pictures and the words, it's just really, really easy. But again, if you need more help than this right here, just know that we do have that whole team of hearing specialists. So I love too that the extended return policy, because this is something that you're going to see as well. And it's what we did with my mom. So give yourself grace when it's time to learn how to hear again.
Okay.
So you think about this, when you have your glasses, when you have your readers, most people start with readers when their vision starts to fail a little bit, right? And then you start picking up readers, right? And you wear them a little bit at a time until you get used to using them. You go to a little stronger magnification. It takes time to adjust. Use that same information, that same theory when you're trying your hearing aids, because if you've slowly been losing your hearing, you kind of forget what you're missing. So all of a sudden when you put that hearing aid in your ear, it is going to be tiring. It is, because all of a sudden now you're going to be hearing things that you probably haven't heard for years and years and years. Again, here's this guide wire right here. I love this, probably one of my favorite features, because again, you simply grab this. But Justin, your first week that you get this, wear them an hour a day. That's it.
Okay, so just a little bit, almost like training wheels.
Yes. Yep.
Just build yourself up to it.
And then that second week, wear them about 2 hours. And by that third week, you should be up and running to wear them as long as you want. And why that's important too is, again, that 45-day, try it at home. We want you to spend some time with this, because if you think about it, if you're sitting there straining to hear all the time, all of a sudden now the words that you haven't heard, the conversation that you hadn't heard, the birds outside, the crunching of the leaves when you're outside, can be overwhelming. So we want you to learn. I love that training wheels. We want you to learn how to hear again. Well, life is worth hearing. There's no easier way than this.
What you just mentioned, it's the extra little details. It's the extra little details in life that you might be missing out on right now. When you go on to a nature walk, do you hear the birds chirping, or are the birds gone? Are they no longer there? When you are with your grandkids and they're over your house, do you hear them laughing in the backyard as they push each other on the swings? Or is that gone and no longer there anymore? Has that disappeared? When you bring this at home, it's those little details that reappear again. Life comes back. Your independence comes back. You no longer need to feel like you're lost and you're left out of something. You're a part of life again when you can hear. And for so many people, mild to moderate, that's the hearing loss that they suffer from. And that's why this is perfect, because this is where you begin. Normally, you may think that you may have to wait to be able to get to an audiologist, and then when they give you the bill, you look and you're like, wait, there's how many zeros at the end of this? No, with this, $219. And a lot of people will say, hold on a second, wait, what's the catch? Well, the catch is, at the end of the day, the price goes back up. The price at the end of the day is gonna go back to $289, which it's still less than $300 for hearing aids. Hearing aids were not always made available over the counter. It was only fairly recently, within the last couple of years, that you could do that. And since that time, you've seen that these have been available. Not all of them are made equally.
Right.
I just came from the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. I was literally there last week. I was with our entire buying team from here at QVC. When I tell you that they comb through every single brand that is out there, and they analyze and research, and they bring only the best to you here at QVC, I'm not joking. When I tell you that there are countless, dozens of brands that want to be in this spot, I am not joking. There are a select amount of brands that we're able to bring here to you because they've got to work. They've got to be able to earn your trust. We know that you've shopped with us for years. You've earned our trust, and we do not want to betray that in any way, shape, or form. And that's why we bring you companies like this that have dedicated phone lines, that have extended return policies, that are 45 days so you can get used to it, and that give you deals like you have right now in front of you on the screen. But that deal ends in a matter of 4 hours or 3 hours and 45